Good morning, everyone. Acknowledgement for the arrival of our speaker, Madam Carla Jane Mayor. Everyone is required to observe the following. First, we have log in to the web conference early. Second, be in place with good internet connection. Third, mute your audio if lines are open. Fourth, be an active participant. Fifth, respect the speakers. Sixth, be respectful in others' perspective. Seventh, tap raise hand if you have question. Eighth, provide feedback. Nine, we have asked question concisely. And lastly, we have take down notes. Again, everyone is required to observe the following. Thank you. Acknowledgement for the arrival of our second, one of our speaker, I mean, Madam Mariel Castro. Please be prepared, everyone, while waiting for our another speaker. Thank you for coming, Miss Leia Carmel Perlasa, Miss Ademe Reducto, Miss Ariana Soke, Miss Christine Baring, Miss Charis Borja, Miss Jessamine Conjorado, Miss Villamor Jean, Miss Gretchen Espinosa, Mr. Harold Martinez, Miss Irish May Lucernas, Miss Liletlo Chavez, Miss Mariel Tocal, Miss Rosales Toralta. Thank you for coming.
Palihog.
Thanks to the following planning team. We have Madame Merlin Donaire, the marketing organizer, Madame Charis Borja and Harold, Sheena May Ramirez, Stephen Mark Martinez, Leia Carmel Burlasa, Jenica Dondoyano, and yours truly. Again, thank you to the following organizers. The planning team, headed by Madame Merlin Donaire, our marketing team, headed by Madame Charis Borja, Mr. Harold Martinez, Ms. Shena May Ramirez, Mr. Stephen Mark Martinez, Ms. Leia Carmel Berlasa, Ms. Jenica Dondoyano, and yours truly. Thanks also to our technician, Miss Irish Mela Cernas, and thank you for coming, Miss Kathleen Claire Fernandez, Mi- Mrs. Marvic Vallejo, thank you for coming, Miss Priscilla Cabreros, a thank a thanks to you too for coming. A few minutes from now, we're going to start our webinar 2021 with the theme Mental Health, a Preserved Wealth. Thank you for coming, Miss Grishel Gracel Chavez. Pardon, Miss. Again, a few minutes from now, we're going to start our webinar. Again, everyone is required to observe the following. First, we have log in to the web conference early, be in place with good internet connection, mute your audio if lines are open, be an active participant, respect the speakers, be respectful on others' perspective, tap raise hand if you have question, provide feedback, ask question concisely, take down notes. Again, everyone are required to observe the following. Good morning, everyone. Today is a day of realization in terms of mental health preservation. It is now a time to give importance to the source of our consciousness in this evolving world. By this, we raise mental awareness and figured out how important it is. Before this event will formally open, let us all pay respect as we are going to sing the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the opening prayer to be led by Miss Aryan Asuke.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Tayong magiging alam ng puso sa ito'y buhay. Ang inilang sila ng pag-ibig sa bandulugin. Di ka masisigaw sa nagkasas sa sipayan sa langit ang mga nagkakasdaran sa magaya minamahal. Ang isa't pagkawan may hanapin. Ingat araw niya kailan pa ay magiging mga araw ng ating pansiklan.
Stay safe and to the presence of God, to the Father and of the Spirit. Holy Father, the source of life, the provider of which includes our mentality. May you give us the blessings we desperately need. May our day will be filled with your glory and holiness. We ask you, O Lord, to help us to finish our task today successfully. Guide us and enlighten us to what must be done from this very moment up to the end. May all this work will be fruitful. This we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord, with the intercession of the Blessed Mother, the Immaculate Conception. Amen.
With all our heart and pride, let us all sing our city hymn, to be followed by the Sugbu hymn and a Sian hymn.
ordinary world, you be my magic wand. Looking for your set out into the presence of nations proud. Generations that are yet alive and thinking it's always a future like the sea. Sayang maabit-abiton, padalihon ng angay gagayon na ipasigan mo. Subok pinangga sa klima o panahon. Naligaw tapos wagan, along-alon, palakbon. Bisan asa mo dagat, sa among pagpalingkamot, ikaw among kanunay, kahandungan. Ikaw among kanunay,
Good morning, people of the universe, and also to animals. Yes, of course, we are at home. I know that you have pets there beside you or just within your houses. But before anything else, my call, Madam Sheena May Ramirez, the Vice Mayor, to formally open and welcome us all in our program today. A round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to this webinar of mental health awareness with its theme Mental Health, a Preserved Wealth. In this virtual conference room, I recognize some familiar names of participants from governments, the private and major groups, and also some of our individuals. I am pleased that you are really that you are tuning into this webinar as usual. A warm welcome to you all, my dear colleagues. We all understand the importance of mental health, especially in this new normal that we usually hear in the news today. And as what we usually see in our social media feeds as we scroll, there are several posts of students committing suicide because of the mental stress they experience with the implementation of this new mode of education in the country. I believe that through this webinar, we are in the right place at the right time. Because as much as we want to share our experiences to the students who are trying their best to cope up with this new normal, we also would like to raise awareness and educate the students, teenagers, parents, teachers, and society in general about the significance of taking care of our mental health to eradicate suicide cases. Without further ado, together let us accelerate the exchange of ideas and scaling up of good practices to our mental health. Once again, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the warmest welcome, Madam. What mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, and more unashamed conversation. A quote from Glenn Close. To be with you today is the ever gorgeous personality around the universe, the world renowned superstar, and the ever blissful, wonderful, and amazing hostess, better than Steve Harvey. I am Chris Montemayor, the most in demand master of ceremony in the whole world. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to our movement for today, which ought to put an awareness to mental health. It is our very first webinar of the year 2021 with the theme Mental Health Observe Wealth. Mental health awareness is the recognition that our psychological well-being is an important part of our own health, productivity, and happiness, as well as the well-being of our communities. So, to start with, allow me to say, hello, universe, hello, world. As we're going to start our talk for today, let me introduce our first speaker who would like to tackle the importance of mental health awareness. She is a student of Cebu Technological University San Francisco campus, taking up Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education, major in Home Economics, a health a mental health advocate and the remarkable empowered woman of the human race, Madame Carla Jane Mayor. A round of applause, please. So while preparing, let me read a quote from Pinterest.com. Your illness does not define you. Your strength and courage does.
Good morning, everyone. I am your first speaker, and my topic is all about the importance of mental health awareness. So, before that, I have here a quotation coming from a famous singer named Demi Lovato. You don't have to struggle in silence. You can be unsilent. You can live well with the mental health condition as long as you open up about it to somebody. Yes, it is true. We must cherish every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month, every year in our life because, as what they've said, we only lived once. So we must live life to the fullest. So now, let's move on to the importance of mental health awareness. So, circle of people unified by stretching hands out on top of each other. Mental illnesses affect 19% of the adult population, 46% of teenagers, and 13% of children each year. So, people struggling with their mental health may be in your family, live next door, teach your children, work in the next cubicle, or sit in the same church. However, only half of those affected receive treatment, often because of the stigma attached to mental health. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses, poorer performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. So tinuod din no, kay nga rin gud sa aton country sa tungod sa panga judgmental sa mga tao, dili tanan. Pero kasagaran ka sa mga Pinoy judgmental. So kung makaibaw sila nga ara kay mental health, naka buhaton ka sa mga tao is ibuli ang usa ka tao nga are mental health. So dili gani sa makatabang kay mosamot man ang ila fear, ang ila kahadlok. Mas mosamot no nga dili nila ipa tambal ang ila sakit tungod sa ila kahadlok nga mabuli sa ila isig ka tawo. So what exactly is a mental illness? So, a mental illness is a physical illness of the brain that causes disturbances in thinking, behavior, energy, or emotion that make it difficult to cope with the ordinary demands of life. So, according to research, it started to uncover the complicated causes of these diseases, which can include genetics or kaliwat, brain chemistry, brain structure, experiencing trauma, and or having another medical condition like heart disease. So there are two most common mental health conditions. First is the anxiety disorder. So more than 18% of adults each year struggle with some type of anxiety disorder, including post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, obsessive compulsive disorder or OCD, panic disorder or panic attacks, generalized anxiety disorder, and specific phobias. So next is mood disorders. So mood disorders such as depression and bipolar depression affect nearly 10% of adults each year and are characterized by difficulties in regulating one's mood. So in mood disorders, amo na sila ang mag mood shift or like for example, sara nga time malipazon ang usa ka tawo nan dangtan lamang og pila ka second gani or minuto mag-change na into nang dali ra ma-irritate or nang dali ra kung sungugon dali ra masuko nang sunod na lat nga minuto malipay na lat so amo nang mood disorders. So as a youth or as an adult, what you can do to help? So, although the general perception of mental illness has improved over the past decades, Study shows that stigma against mental illness is still powerful, largely due to media stereotypes and lack of education. Yes, tinuod ni. And that people tend to attach negative stigmas to mental health conditions at a far higher rate than to other diseases and disabilities such as cancer, diabetes, or heart disease. So stigma affects not only the number seeking treatment, but also the number of resources available for proper treatment. So stigma and misinformation can feel like overwhelming obstacles for someone who is struggling with a mental health condition. So here are a few powerful things you can do to help. So first, showing individuals respect and acceptance removes a significant barrier to successfully coping with their illness. Having people see you as an individual and not as your illness can make the biggest difference for someone who is struggling with their mental health. So, tinuod gazud nila if ara kay friend or a family member nga that suffered mental illness, it is important na imo ipakita nga dawat siya or imo isipon na normal ra siya nang way sakit kay makatabang gazud na sa usa ka tawo nga are mental illness, like they feel accepted. So second is advocating within our circles of influence helps ensure these individuals have the same rights and opportunities as other members of your church, school, and community. Third is learning more about mental health allows us to provide helpful support to those affected in our families and communities. So that's all about the few powerful statements about on what you can do to help. So therefore, our time, love, acceptance, and the support system ang pinaka-importante nga factor nga aton mahatag sa usa ka tawo nga nagsuffer og mental illness para ila ma-feel nga even though some people nga dili kasabot sa ila kondisyon ara gyapon usa nga magpabilin sa ila kiliran isip ila kuhaan og kusog. So that's all hinaot ara kamoy nakatunan sa akon mubo nga istorya bahin sa importansya sa mental health awareness. So thank you guys for listening and God bless.
A round of applause, please. Thank you for the moving wisdom, Madam Mayor. It's an honor for us of having you here, Madam. Okay. Up next is a powerful vocal exorcism of the ever best pop artist in both national and international industry, paid 3.4 billion just to perform here with us today. Here is the queen of pop music, Miss Aryan Asuke. A round of applause, please. Once again, the queen of pop music, Miss Aryan Asuke. Palakpakan!
Papawin ang buhak na nagtitulong kahit sa piling mo na pinakaya. Arawan sa sikat ng pagmumula sa nagtitulong. Nagkakima naghihintay o sa mundo kaya nang sumabay ng hilig na sumuko na di makita sa mga pag-asa parang walang nakikinig. Diyan magkakamali. Lapit ka akin at magkakasol ka. Papawin mo ang lamay kikilang. Lapit sa piling mo na pinakaya. Para magbigat at liwanag sa nagtiisin. Huwag magkakagulan na walang katapusan. Di nakita ko siyang pipilan. At kahit ba mayroong piling na laging nandyan, di nakita ko siyang tutulong. Parang walang nakikinig. Diyan ka magkakamali. Lapit sa akin at magkakasol ka. Papawin mo ang lamang kikilang. Kahit sa piling mo na pinakaya. Parang sikat at umiwas sa nagtitisang. Ah, 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 kahit sa piling mo na pinakaya. Araw sa sikat at umiwas sa nagtitisang.
Wow! What a talent and what a performance. Thank you for that all-out performance, Miss Asuke. Palagpakan naman dyan, guys. Okay. So much for that. From the powerful performance, let's have our flight to the strongest discussion of the ever strong woman who was listed in an intergalactic documentary as one of the most powerful women in all planet. She is a product of Cebu Technological University San Francisco campus, a graduate of Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education, major in home economics, and able to put a mark in the said institution as she able to top the licensure examination for teachers way back 1983. Teaching is her life, and with that, she also an advocate of the mental health awareness for more than 20 and 340 years. Please help me welcome Madam Agalea Novella Latonio. A round of applause, please. So while preparing, let me read a quote from Lessa Oliveira. Just because no one else can heal or do your inner work for you doesn't mean you can, should, or need to do it alone.
Hello, everyone. Hello, good morning. Okay, so we have just finished discussing and listening to the first speaker and about our first topic for today's webinar concerning our mental health. By the way, I'm Agilia Latonia and I'm your second speaker for the next topic for today's webinar, which is anxiety disorder. Okay, so I will be talking about anxiety disorder, but first and foremost, who among you here has an idea what is an anxiety disorder? Okay, so anxiety disorder is not a simple thing to explain or to define because it concerns our mental health and mostly it needs professional advice. Okay, so let's go directly to the topic. What are anxiety disorders? Okay, so it is a normal emotion. It's your brain's way of reacting to stress and alerting you of potential danger ahead. It is feeling anxious every now and then. For example, you may worry when faced with a problem at work, before taking a test, or before making an important decision. There are a group of mental illnesses that cause constant and overwhelming anxiety and fear. Okay. The excessive anxiety can make avoid work, school, family get togethers, and other social situations that might trigger or worsen your symptoms. So, excessive anxiety can make one to avoid social interactions. With treatment, many people with anxiety disorders can manage their feelings, okay? But however, we should not worry and fear anxiety disorder because it can be treated as well. So all you need to do is seek for professional and expert advice. Okay, so anxiety disorders has types. Okay, so there are types of anxiety disorders. What are those? Okay, we have here the first type. We have the generalized anxiety disorder. It is when you feel excessive, unrealistic worry and tension with little or no reason. So kani siya kanang mukalitra kag ka worry without any reason. Next, we also have panic disorder. It is when you feel sudden, intense fear that brings you a panic attack. During panic attack, you may break out in a sweat, have chest pain, and have a pounding heartbeat or palpitations. Sometimes you may feel like you're choking or having a heart attack. Okay, so panic disorder no kanang mukalit lang kag kakulba dira magpalpitate na ka. Or sometimes choking murag dili na kakaginhawa or having a heart attack. So panic disorder na siya. Next, we also have the social anxiety disorder. This is also called as social phobia. Okay, are you familiar with this word? Okay, this is when you feel overwhelming worry and self-consciousness about everyday social situations. You obsessively worry about others judging you or being embarrassed or ridiculed. Okay, I think social phobia is a familiar term for us because we can usually hear this in the drama in the radio or in the um, movies and even in the teledrama that we can watch in our television, social phobia. However, we cannot directly say nga, wow siya, mahadlok siya crowd, na siya anxiety disorder, na siya social anxiety disorder. Again, it needs to be diagnosed by a professional or a psychiatrist. Okay, we also have specific phobias. It is when you feel fear of a specific object or situation, such as heights or flying. The fear goes beyond what's appropriate and may cause you to avoid ordinary situations. Okay, so na may mga tao no nga mahadlok og balloons, mga globophobic, mahadlok og heights, mga deep water, mga dark room or enclosed spaces. So, nailahi-lahi nga kind of phobia nga mo go beyond ra sa kung unsay dapat nimo i-react ana ang situation. Okay, so we have the phobia called as agoraphobia. So this is when you feel intense fear of being in a place where it seems hard to escape or get help if an emergency occurs. Example, you may panic or feel anxious on an airplane, public transportation, or standing in line with a crowd. So this person are called agoraphobic. Okay, so mahadlok sila no sa mga enclosed spaces, mahadlok sila public transportation, for example sa kanang LRT, mga nana ba standing in line with the crowd or airplane. Okay. We also have the so-called separation anxiety. Are you familiar with this word? Okay, so little kids aren't the only ones who feel scared or anxious when loved ones leaves. Anyone can get separation anxiety disorder, okay? Anyone, regardless of age or gender. If you do, you'll feel very anxious or fearful when a person you're close with leaves your side. You'll always worry that something bad may happen to your loved one. So this is separation anxiety. It cannot happen only in kids, but to each and every one of us despite our age. We also have the so-called selective mutism. So this is a type of social anxiety in which young kids who talk normally with their family don't speak in public like at school. So selective mutism is when ang iya mga family members within their family ra ang iyang kaistoryahan, but kung nana siya sa public spaces, public places like school, sa mga social gatherings, dili siya makikistorya or makik-interact to others. So this is selective mutism. Another is medication-induced anxiety disorder. It is a use of certain medications or illegal drugs or withdrawal from certain drugs can trigger some symptoms of anxiety disorder. So, okay, so kung mo ganang mubiya ka sa usa ka medication, it can sometimes trigger some symptoms of anxiety disorder. Okay, now, what are mga types of anxiety disorder? Now, let's go down to the symptoms. So, what are the symptoms of anxiety disorder? Ma'am, unsa man di ay? Ma'am, sir, unsa man di ay? Mga symptoms or mga signs that one is suffering or experiencing anxiety disorder. Okay, the main symptom of anxiety disorder is excessive fear or worry. Anxiety disorders can also make it hard to breathe, sleep, stay still, and concentrate. Your specific symptoms depend on the type of anxiety disorder you have. Okay, so, di ba naman tayo lahi-lahi nga types of anxiety disorder? So, ang symptoms nimo is, mo vary siya depending on the specific type of anxiety disorder that one person is experiencing. It may be difficulty to breathe, to sleep, or to concentrate. Okay, so here are some other common symptoms of anxiety disorder. We have the panic, fear, and uneasiness. So kani siya, mahadlok ka, or dili ka comfortable. It makes you feel like it's very hard to be yourself in a specific situation. We also have the feelings of doom or in danger. Kanang murag kag mahadlok no, mosudre ang sa phobia. Katong murag mahadlok ka sa enclosed spaces, sa airplane, or standing in a crowd. We also have the sleep problems. Sleep problems, maglisod kag katog. But again, dili po pasabot no nga. Lahi man sa nang insomnia guys, di ba? So dili sa pasabot nga na kanang he or she is suffering from sleep problems, then na siya anxiety disorder. Again, it needs to be diagnosed by professionals. We also have not being able to stay calm and still. But again, dili magbuot sa atong kaugalingon nga bantog dili ta kakalma sa usa ka situation, we already experience anxiety disorder. We also have cold, sweaty, numb or tingling hands or feet, shortness of breath, and breathing faster and more quickly than normal, or what we call as hyperventilation. We also have heart palpitations, as mentioned earlier, dry mouth, nausea, tense muscle, and dizziness. We also have thinking about a problem over and over again and unable to stop a rumination. So this is what we call mostly mo ang mga tanong nga, overthinking. But it does not mean nga nag-overthink ka na naka-anxiety disorder. And dili pud pasabot nga naka-anxiety disorder, nag-overthink na ka. It can go either way. We also have inability to concentrate intensely or obsessively avoiding feared objects or places. So this also calls as a phobia. So mosud sa diri ang phobia no nga murag mahadlok jud ka anang usa ka kuan, mahadlok kag spider, mahadlok kag mga inana, mahadlok kag commitment, char lang, joke. Okay. Next, we also have the causes and risk factors. Dok, unsa man di maka-trigger? Unsay maka-cause sa anxiety disorder? Researchers don't know exactly what brings on anxiety disorders. So wala pa jud no. A complex mix of things play a role in who does and doesn't get one. Okay, so the causes of anxiety. We have the genetics. Okay, so our genetics play a major role of how one can get anxiety disorder. Brain chemistry, environmental stress. Yes, environmental stress. Let's emphasize this one because especially now that we are experiencing, we are facing pandemic and we are all in struggle mentally, physically, emotionally, especially the parents, the teachers, and the students, the parents who are striving and thinking of how to provide the daily needs of the family, the teachers who are stressed about online education and how they can incorporate their teaching learning process, and of course the students like you, like everyone else, na nag-adjust or nag-adapt sa new mode of learning. We also have the drug withdrawal or misuse, like mentioned earlier, and the medical conditions. We also have the risk factors for anxiety disorder. We have the history of mental health disorder. So if you have a history of mental health disorder, napoy sa genetics niyo sa inyong sa mga kaliwat ninyo, so you have the high risk of having or experiencing anxiety disorder. Childhood sexual abuse. Okay, sexual abuse can cause anxiety disorder because as we all know, sexual abuse or rape is not an easy thing to bear. It can cause trauma. Okay, we have here also the trauma, the negative life events. So, kani ato mga bati nga mga experiences, it can cause and trigger anxiety disorder di ay. We also have severe illness or chronic health condition. We also have substance abuse. Okay, so we must always say no to drugs and not use illegal drugs that are prohibited by the government. Okay, dili lang ba ani anxiety disorder ang ma-trigger sa drugs? Daghan pud ni nga sakit. We also have being shy as a child. Being shy as a child, no? So I think parents play a great role in developing their child's self-esteem and social skills, low self-esteem. But again, it does not mean nga dili mo interact ang tao mauwan na siya anxiety disorder. Okay. So, mo to siya ang symptoms o ang risk factors na maka-trigger sa anxiety disorder. So, unsa maka-treatment, di ba? What are the treatment for anxiety disorder? We have the medication. Several types of drugs are used to treat anxiety disorders. Talk to your doctor or psychiatrist about the pros and cons of each medicine to decide which is best for you. We have the antidepressants, bupropion, other antidepressants, benzodiazepines, beta blockers, anticonvulsants, and antipsychotics or Buspar. We also have the so-called psychotherapy, which is very common and familiar to each and everyone, I think. This is a type of counseling that helps you learn how your emotions affect your behaviors. It is sometimes called as talk therapy. Okay, we also have the so-called cognitive behavioral therapy or the CBT. This common type of psychotherapy teaches you how to turn negative or panic-causing thoughts and behaviors into positive ones. Okay, so this therapy will turn your negative thoughts into positive ones.
Okay, now how can one manage anxiety disorder? These tips can help you control or lessen your symptoms. The first one is learn about your disorder. Okay, educating and being aware is very important. The more you know, the better prepared you will be to manage your symptoms and roadblocks along the way. Don't be afraid to ask your doctor any questions you might have. Remember, you are a key part of your healthcare team. Okay, so kita know nothing knows more than ourselves but us. Okay, so kung unsa atong gibati dira, we can talk to our doctor because we play a key part in reducing or in eliminating the risk for anxiety disorder. Stick to your treatment plan. Okay, suddenly stopping your meds can cause unpleasant side effects and can even trigger anxiety symptoms. Okay, so we should consult first our psychiatrists or our doctors or when to stop our medication or what medication should be stopped. Dili ta magbuot-buot og atong ay hunong na nato kalit because it can trigger to the anxiety disorder. We also have cut down on foods and drinks that have caffeine, such as coffee, tea, cola, energy drinks, and chocolate. Caffeine is a mood altering drug and it may make symptoms worse. Okay, caffeine. Mostly anino nasa coffee and sa chocolate. Diba? Kung kuantag coffee, we sometimes feel palpitations, dili ta katong. So, sometimes, sometimes mga inana nga mga symptoms. So, we need to cut on foods like that to manage our anxiety disorder. Don't use alcohol and recreational street drugs. Okay, substance abuse increases your risk of anxiety disorder. So, like ganiha nga ato na mention, um, illegal drugs, using of illegal drugs can trigger anxiety disorder. So we should avoid that. Get better sleep. Sleep problems and anxiety disorders often go hand in hand. Okay, make getting good rest a priority. So we should not stress ourselves that much. So especially for the workers, the students no nga magtuon jud. Okay, nga mga employee nga work more than 8 hours. So dapat mo take sa taog rest. Follow a relaxing bedtime routine. Talk to your doctor if you still have trouble sleeping. Next is eat right and exercise. Brisk aerobic exercises like jogging and biking help release brain chemicals that cut stress and improve your mood. Okay, so kani daw mga exercises bitaw kay magka-release daw ni sa stress. True no kay I think some of you are exercising, doing jogging and biking, so makawala siya sa stress. So eating right and exercising can help you manage anxiety disorders. Next is learn to relax. Stress management is an important part of your anxiety disorder treatment plan. Things like medication or mindfulness can help you unwind after a stressful day and make your treatment work better. Okay, so stress management. Take note for that kind of guys. Stress management is a must. Next is keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts before the day is down may help you relax so you're not tossing and turning with anxious thoughts all night. Yeah, especially sa the students. Di ba? Daghatag mga activities, daghatag exams, daghatag projects to comply. So, we should keep a journal na ibutan nato dito sa ato mga kuan or magbutang ta ngadto sa ato journal unsa nahitabo nato karong adlaw. If we need someone to talk to, wala itay kauban sa balay, we can write a journal. Manage your negative thoughts. Thinking positive thoughts instead of worrisome ones can help reduce anxiety. This can be challenging if you have certain types of anxiety, however. Cognitive behavioral therapy can teach you how to redirect your thoughts. Again, CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy. So katong ganihan no? Nga talk therapy nga maka-turn your negative thoughts into positive ones. Getting together with friends. Okay, whether it's in person, on the phone, or the computer, social connections help people thrive and stay healthy. People who have a close group of friends that support and chat with them have lower levels of social anxiety. So, ang kaning mga tao nga hilig og socializations or na mga group of friends nga hilig mangumusta nila have lower levels of social anxiety. But again, it can go either way. Dili pasabot nga hilig makig-socialize ang tao or happy siya, wala siya anxiety disorder. Dili po pasabot nga magul-anon siya o dili siya makighalubilo sa tao na nasa siya anxiety disorder. Again and again, professional advice, and professional diagnosis plays an important part. Next is seek support. Some people find it helpful and uplifting to talk to others who are experiencing the same symptoms and emotions. So kani mga tao nga pareha po dahil nila gibati, it feels good po dahil nga to talk to that person because you two can relate to one another. Self-help or support groups let you share your concerns and achievements with others who are or who have been there. Yes. True no kay kana bitaw maka-experience ang huy nakasuway na mo ani. Yeah, if you talk to someone with the same experience as us, murag comfortable ta, murag makakuan ta nga it's not me lang di ay nga nakasuffer ani. So I don't have to be afraid or I don't have to be shy with this condition. Okay. Now, this is the outlook for anxiety disorder. It can be challenging and frustrating to live with an anxiety disorder. The constant worry and fear can make you feel tired and scared. Yes, no? So kanang ma-worry na ka. It's very challenging and frustrating that we cannot directly draw a conclusion nga, nagdrama ra ng tao. Ah, she's just overacting or what? Because we don't know what they're really going through. The constant worry and fear can make you feel tired and scared. If you talk to a doctor about your symptoms, then you've taken the first step towards letting go of the worry. Okay, so the first step, guys, to letting go of the worry is to talk to your doctor. Okay, so, di ba naman dyan yung mga judgment na ng fear, na ang stigma bitaw? Na ang stigma nga. That kind of kuan is just, overacting or just overthinking. But if na kahibaw jud sa atong kagalingon nga it's different from what people say, we should talk to the doctor because it's the first step to towards letting go of the worry. Okay, it can make some time to find the right treatment that works for you because as we all know, there are different types of anxiety disorder. It could be um itong mga agoraphobia. If you have more than one anxiety disorder, you may need several kinds of treatment. For most people with anxiety, a combination of medicine and counseling is best. Okay, so dili lang kay medicine na magsinatag tumor o tambal, but also counseling, mga advice, seeking for professional advice and help is very important. With proper care and treatment, you can learn how to manage your symptoms and thrive. Okay, so we should not worry because there is a care and treatment for anxiety disorder, and we should not fear and feel shy for having or experiencing that. Because what man tingali tao, gigusto na, di ba? Wala man tingali tao nga nga gusto ko magka-anxiety disorder. So we should not fear and we should not be shy for that. And for those people nga wala nakakuan ana but know someone, dili sad ta magpatakag istorya no nga inana because our words or actions can also discriminate others. So, una mag-cause nga, di na lang hinuon sila makuha niya, mas worse hinuon ang symptoms sa ilang anxiety disorder. So all we need is understanding, concern for others, and of course, letting other people know that they are still valued and they are important. Okay, so that ends our topic for anxiety disorder. So I think I heard that we have an open forum later after the discussion for the three topic for our webinar for today. So for those who have questions, kindly jot it down and raise the questions later if you have some, okay? So, okay, I hope you guys learned something today. And if you have someone who you think is suffering from anxiety disorder, please feel free to educate them or spread awareness towards them, okay? Okay, so this is Agelia Tonyo once again. Thank you for listening to my topic for today. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Madam Aguilera Tonio, for a very heartfelt discussion. So, guys, can we give a round of applause to her? Thank you, Mom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, actually, the all-out international gorgeous superstar is available today kay nakatugang ang iyang mga admirers sa gawas. But for now, it is not her time yet. Please help me welcome the big grit balladeer who is about to crush in us. Ladies and gentlemen, the bearded queen, Miss Shanna May Ramirez.
Witnesses quietly.
Once
You
again, the
are
Berry
the
Queen,
one
Michelle May
who
Ramirez.
makes me happy when everything else turns to gray. Yours is the voice that wakes me mornings and sends me out into the day. You are the crowd that sits quietly, listening to me and all the nonsense I make. You are one of the few things worth remembering. And since it's all true, how could anyone mean more to me than you? If sometimes I look past you, there's no one beyond your eyes. Inside my head, the wheels are turning. Hey, sometimes I'm not so wise. You are my heart and my soul, my inspiration, just like the old love song goes. You are one of the few things worth remembering. And since it's all true, how could anyone mean more to me than you?
Oh, what a heartfelt performance. Yes. Up next is the talk of the globally competent product of Cebu Technological University San Francisco campus, a graduate of science and fisheries, licensed fisheries professional scientist, BFAR Region 7 directress, and a mental health advocate since 2016. Put your hands together to Madame Mariel Castro. Pakpak sad, uy. Okay. Again, put your hands together to Madame Mariel Castro. So while preparing, let me read a quote from Mariska Hergestay. Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning, Bob. Ting paniod to na. So, yeah, my topic to be discussed would be all about the so-called mood disorders. So, what is mood disorder? It is a mental health problem that primarily affects a person's emotional state. It is a disorder in which a person experiences long periods of extreme happiness, extreme sadness, or both. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, kung nangalipay mo, di ta magpalabi kalipay, and kung mag-uol ta, di lang ta palabi kaguol ha. And then it is normal for someone's mood to change, of course. And depending on the situation, kay, for example, if ikaw nanguyab kag usa ka babae, gisugot ka, nalipay jud ka. Unya pagkataod-taod nakakita na day ko nagkauban lagi to sila ni kuan imong karibal. So magul na sad ka. So ana lang gid ang life. However, to be diagnosed with a mood disorder, symptoms must be present for several weeks or longer. So as I've said, or it doesn't need to be explained very well na kinahanglan mag-uog kung unsanay kung nagul ka kinahanglan pa jud mo agi og pila ka weeks di kay magul ka usa ka adlaw ay mo disorder na mo rin ay kanlipay ko pagka kataod-taod nagul na sad ko kinahanglan pa na mo last of several weeks or longer. And then can cause changes in your behavior. Of course, mood disorder ma-change sad ang imong behavior and it will affect of course your ability to deal with routine activities sa imo sa work and even sa the common mental disorder, a So my it has problems type. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's take a break for a while and let me um, read another quote from Anne Marie. It is so important that we all speak up on mental health.
Oh yeah, we are. So we're all about
Another quote from Fred Rogers: anything that's human is mentionable, and anything that is mentionable can be more manageable. When we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. So it's better to speak up.
hello.
I'll go with K.
Hello. So that are no longer friends. So if siya postpartum depression or the peripartum depression in which this type of depression occurs during pregnancy or after delivery. Kaya of course, possibly mag-uol kay basig hintay na pagmayo ang hawak basig may 5 na lang unya pag buntis nahimong 30. So dapat jud ikaguol-guol, right? Kahit lisod na siya nasa di pabalik or even after delivery, kaya of course there are changes sa body or mag-uol ang mama. And then usa sad nga makapa-stress or maka-cause for this depression is that, ladies and gentlemen, kung ang inyong asawa in town, mga boys, kung mga anak na sila, timanon sa na nato ha,
Sorry for the inconvenience. A quote from healthyplace.com.
ala oy sorry jud kaayo nagawa jud ako internet bitawon eh. Mhm. So again, what I am talking about is the postpartum depression or the peripartum depression. So I think it is clear with you guys what is all about. The next thing is the persistent depressive disorder or what we call as dysthymia. This is a chronic form of depression that can last for at least 2 years. So, down, ladies and gentlemen, depression, what if the man, you should fight the monster inside you. You should fight that green monster nga nag-reside sa inside or within you. Kay mahal ang buhay. Malis din. Then next is the seasonal affective disorder. Occurs during certain seasons of the year. So from the word itself, it explains everything. Ladies and gentlemen, nalipay but and then ting uwan tao nag-uula sa likod ko nag-uula si dong. So don't is depressive disorder characterized by feeling Then, ang tiraw na ning major depressive disorder is our feeling. So, magilty lang tag hinungdan diha kalit or maybe sa gamay nga butang, magilty na dayon tandet, masada yun ta, feeling na to kanang ano jud tay kalipayon and then kanang worthless parang ako yun sa magka-high worth na kung ano anak pa man ko sa kalibutan. So, kanang since I experienced this thing, so lisod yun na sila nga mahitabo no kay kanang happy rata outside kung asa ta mo adto we are happy or I mean we pretend to be happy, we smile, we laugh as in wala tay problema but then again every time nga kita na lang mag-inusara kay mubati dayon ta og kaguol and then ma-question dayon nimo si Lord unsa may worth na ko ay noon ipakadaw pa mo ko sa kalibutan nganong di man ko love ni mama nga di man ko love so that is also a case. And then basin kanang para nimo kanang wala man lang kay gamit diri sa balayon sa naman lang ko basin i-compare ka sa imong parents nga mayo pa si inday nimo mayo pa si dudong nimo kay ani ang mga trabaho so you need to fight that one kay it can cause depression in town and major depressive this the psychotic depression. So there a severe depression combined with psychotic episodes such as hallucinations. So makakita ta or makabati ta og mga butang nga wala ni exist sa pananaw sa uban nga people that surrounds you basi pamilya nimo na nagkanta-kanta diha pero mudagan ka kay ang sa man na ikanta nga kuan kanang pang horror nga mga music yung nabati but then sa people nga nag-surround nimo kay wala ra ito so inday dudong delikado na na so also not only hallucinations but then again there is delusions or having fixed but false beliefs so the episodes may be upsetting or disturbing and often have a theme so sana all my theme pasin siguro sad naan na sila'y motive char lang so next mag-move on na ta to related to a medical condition. So of course, if kanang nag-experience ta og mga sakit nga katingalahang sakit or makaingon ka nga kung nahitabo to karon is second chance na nako kay kanang nasalbar ko ato nga nga kanang situation but then again it can cause also depression kay basig madlok na ko nga basig mubalik to or what will happen next and then also the medication basig kanang sa kadaghan nimo na take ka mga kanang medicines daot na ka overdose kumbaga and then also the substance abuse mo pataka na sa gamit samot na sa drugs so of course depression will happen to you and then also the other kanang common type of mood disorder we have here the um bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is defined by swings in mood from periods of depression to mania. So, of course, mag-change na siya ang ato ang mood from happiness same sa gihapon sa kuan nga kanang malipay ta taod maguol na sad so when someone experiences a low mood symptoms may resemble to those of a clinical depression so clinical but then again ang depression kay kanang dili man ingon nga masulbad lang think positive lang tagay sa think positive lang fight lang din taw na masulbad niya na we need to consult doctors or person nga expert niya nga bahin so then again sila na ang mo consulti kung unsa na kind of depression siya, clinical or major. And then there are four basic types of bipolar disorder. We have here bipolar 1 with level na siya mura grade 1, grade 2. Bipolar 1 is a most severe form. Manic episodes last at least 7 days or maybe severe enough to require hospitalization. So on bipolar 1 again is kanang severe og require ng hospitalization. So, di na madaog to consult a doctor. Depressive episodes will also occur, often lasting for at least 2 weeks. Sometimes symptoms of both mania and depression are present at the same time. So dili lang kamo fight tungod lang sa kanang random talking nimo or kanang sa mood swings nimo, at then naasad ang depression. The next is the bipolar disorder 2 or bipolar 2. This disorder causes cycles of depression similar to those of bipolar 1. A person with this illness also experiences hypomania. So again, hypomania is a kanang murag looking version sa mania, which we have the random talking or kanang kalit ng kagalipay diha, grabe sa mga kalipay, right? And then hypomanic periods are not as intense or disruptive as manic episodes. Someone with bipolar 2 disorder is usually able to handle daily responsibilities and does not require hospitalization. So marag kanang kung sa kuan pa dili pa na siya grabe tungod kay makahandle pa man ta og mga responsibilities na to. And kung makabuhat pa ta kung unsay tabahon sa balay, kung unsay mga dapat buhaton sa work or sa school, handle pa na to. And then we have also here cyclothymia disorder. This type of bipolar disorder has sometimes been defined as a milder form of bipolar disorder. People with cyclothymia experience continuous irregular mood swings. So for mild, call it lang to moderate emotions up to high emotions, and then from high to lows and for extended periods of time, taas pagid ni siya. Then in addition, changes in mood can occur quickly and at any time. So kalit-kalit lang murag in less than a second. Can you imagine that in less than a second change sa imong mood? So unya ang normal mood kay short lang. So murag lisod ba ka-istorya ani nga mga tawhana. And then other or unspecified bipolar disorder. Symptoms of this type of bipolar disorder do not meet the criteria for one of the other types, but people still have significant abnormal changes in mood. So sa naul na criteria, right? And then next, the other mood disorders. We have here the premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So, of course, guys, may tabo rin sila sa girls. Lain sa di kaayo, ang laki, sa mandugon mo. Then, this type of mood disorder occurs 7 to 10 days before menstruation. So, kung si atong uyab, si babe, kay kalit naman sige kasuko nato, siya taghagit og away. Basin kanang hapit na dugon, right? 7 to 10 days before menstruation and goes away. So, kana siya mahitabo 7 to 10 days, maanto si dumana. Then, mawala ra na siya within a few days of start of menstrual period. Symptoms may include anger, irritability, tension, decreased interest in usual activities, and sleep problems. So, for example, ganahan mo kanang cuddling, sana all like cuddles, kanang di na siya ganahan ana because sa puton siya, ma-irritate siya, maingon nagkalit kabati ni magnaong ay kabati jud yung mga pahawa diha. Murag symptoms gani sa murag magbuntis. And then again, take note that premenstrual dysphoric disorder kahit it is because of the hormonal changes kay syempre dahil dugon jud. The next is the intermittent explosive disorder. This is a lesser known mood disorder marked by episodes of unwarranted anger. It is commonly referred to as flying into rage for no reason. In an individual with intermittent explosive disorder, the behavioral outbursts are out of proportion to the situation. So next, unsa may hinungdan sa mood disorder? Anyone? Do you have any idea? Wala gisapot kay nailain si
Stress.
So first we have here risk factors include kanang maka cause yeah. Na atong history sa family kay nagarano kung maingon ta nga strength nato ang family, but then again it can also be our weakness. For example, na issue si mama, na issue si papa, na issue si ate, madamay man jud ta na if na ay nagbuli nga murag muta kada ko katong muta kada ko nga hugaw mo jud ay mapansin. So kaning family history will affect you in the whole life, labi na kung magpakawik ka sa imong kinabuhi, di na ma-fight. So yeah, it can cause the mood disorder. And the next, the previous diagnosis have a mood disorder. So kung na-diagnose naman ka, na naman yung mudaan, possibly nga trigger na sad to, mabalik ka na sad na. And then we have here questions. So kana mga major good life changes, di na siya minor, kundi major life changes good, like kanang unsa ba ka mga example kay kalit ka kadato char major in case of depression bitaw. And the next is physical illness or use of certain medications. So pataka ra ta gamit diha bisan for example no nga nag-discuss ko na sige labay nga motor maka-stress jud sila ay nga kanang kuan side kanang nag-istorya ta madamog sila gaagi diha sige tabi so maka-stress sa din taon na sila. So sakto jud. And then people stress yeah, ang people bitaw kay kanang namon jud uban nga tawo no nga dili makasabot nato. So kung unsa ang dili to ganahan dabungan, so it can also cause stress. Yeah, sakto jud ka is unsa na yung borha cherries. Yeah, I agree with you. And then physical illness or use of certain medications, di ta magbata ka ani kay kanang for example lang sad makakause sad og mood disorders is because naatay sakit nga gidada, nagpasige pa jud tag inom og tambal nga nagpataka na lang sa wagi resita. So cause gina siya. And then depression has been linked to major diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Sus intang kung ikaw ay makanser di man na ambot na lang. Imong life pagkain ka mamatay naman siguro. Murag. So can cause mo disorder in town kay liman ka ang imong life is at stake. And then so sa mga amping lang ta. Also brain structure and function. What are the symptoms of common mood disorders? Unsa may ladies and gentlemen, first sabot ra jud ko nimo charot kanang feeling sad kay of course naman jud tayo no nga kanang bisag out of the blue bakit ra ka kaguol nga kaguol ba oy kakuan ka bad vibes ba oy kaguol sa life sa palibot kaguol sa unlan sa nga kuan kaguol sa so yeah, you need to fight that one. Next is lack of energy or feeling sluggish, worthless or hope nga. We are all kang wordful na word.
Okay.
Nga kanang if ever we feel like worthless or hopeless na jud ta, may I remind loss of appetite or overeating. So, nara jud silang duha no. Usahay kanang taganahan mo kaon maka-cause na kay ngano man sige tagkaon nambuk na ta na magulat ang tambuka jud na ako ay conscious na dayon to sa atong body kanang tambuka man jud na ako ay pero lami mo kaon feel ni tambuka jud na ako ay pero lami jud mo kaon niya kapoy na exercise sila tagampo nga Lord unta man niwang ko Lord pero wala gibuhat so yeah di overeating thing. So mo-gain jud kag weight. And then loss of appetite, of course, malose og weight. So di bot pasabot nga kanang i-gain kag weight. Chismis dayon nato si tarpulana kay ang buntis naman siya ginagrabe pag panambok mayo atiman sa bana. So mo ta siya, it is not right nga judge dayon nato kay sa high nga poor ato judgment. Kita ang taga nambok ay lami siguro kaon mo ta kay bawo na ra bay uban mo kanang bisan nagkalisod sa life like kanang or igo lang good like so daw kanang halos kada adlaw kanang utan pero healthy di mailhan nga kanang halos wala ni kaon nga bugas so we don't have the right to judge. And then others also kanang maniwang sira tag no si uban no nga ano ka na no nga kanang dagkog kaon pero niwang yang uban nga gagmay kaon tambok. So yeah, so nasa uban nga sige tag kaon pero niwang. It is because kanang paspas ang imuhang immune system dali ra maka-digest. And then samot na sad no kung kanang kita tigluto kay lami jud mo kaon samot kanang mga dessert sad kanang mga cake kita tigluto nya lami kay kanang igtilaw-tilaw bang lami ay tilawan na natug utro kuha na sad. So yeah, that happens. And then good luck sa carbohydrates and sa mga bilbil nga nanubo. So RIP sa atong nga karasunis nga nang huot for no reason tungod lang sa kaon. And then next we have loss of interest in activities that formerly brought enjoyment. So for example, nalingaw ka aning swimming tungod kay kuan ka kanang depressed murag naa naman jud ako ang depression or natamaan na ka nahit na ka sa depression og tanga jud na imong interest ay bisan pag murag kag sirena sa imong pamati pero kapoy jud mo lang way. Yeah. And then sa pagkaon dili ang iring ang dapat bantayan kundi ang nagbantay mismo. Bitaw no? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And then sleeping too much or not enough. So magpalabi tag katug, ladies and gentlemen. So sakto jud ano kung palabi tag katug manggod kay kapoy enigmata na to. For example, gahapon na experience pag human na to webinar nga practice natugo nakamata ko alas 4 nakamata ko kakapoy sa world. I feel worthy. I feel worthless char kanang nganto ra gay to ha natugrag taas kayo. I feel hopeless charot lang na depressed na kaha ko sa kauwi basad. Then as na gito usahay sad not enough ang atong pagtug ka. For example, ay nako si kinsa man na inyong mga parang K-drama idol oy or kanang mga unsa na sa K-pop sa kanang bisan nakakita na ta balik sa tan-aw kay kikilig-kilig in town, ladies and gentlemen. So daghan mga situations ana nga kana for example daghan bakal activities sa sana all kung gihanuhat mubuhat og activities unya late night talk ko no pero hindi ka ginawa how sad. Oh, mga inana man jud na sila Kristiyano kanang hilig kayo kanang late night talks pero ang hinungdan kanang waday mi label kanang kalit lang na adjud pag-asa na mga late night talks kay ano man moabot ang time mga mukalit ra na sila kawala without kanang wala nang walang paalam. Oh my goodness, ang sakit. Usad ang Wattpad, my goodness. Kinsay niya giwasa si Celeb. Yeah, si Celeb nya. Oo, may tabo jud ang ghosting kay naman jud mapasabot no kanang ka late night talks nya ikaw ra dayto nagkuan nga nakagusto man ko niya ay na ganahan kasig topic pero kato sa di ay siya kay murag kanang naluoy na lang sad nimo so kay sad man ka sige damayan ka so ladies and gentlemen dili ta ma-expect kay yeah sakit na siya. And then also ang K-drama mo bitaw no ang K-drama kay share lang ko ninyo guys kadaghan sa akong activities nga buhaton kay K-drama is life bahala na ni K-drama is life bitaw nya hangtod mabiyaan ang activities na apektuhan na dayon ang atong pag-eskwela kay mga siya. And then the innocentes so sana all sa daghang mga K-drama diha pasahin taon ko ninyo charot lang. And then continue na ta. Do you frequent thoughts about death or suicide? So, kay kanang feel man jud nato nga worthless kay ta, hopeless kay ta, kanang makakita jud tayo tug mag block ato palibot, gusto ko nang mag-suicide lord, gusto ko nang mamatay. Hala ka way. Kanang maglaslas dayon pag man i-post sa Facebook, hala ha. Ayaw ana ha. Kanang unsa pa ka nga mga buhaton like kanang maghikog ba ka na mag-live hala ha kusion jud na ako inyong bugan ko inyong buhaton. So I tell you dapat i-fight jud na kay di na siya maayo. So next is the difficulty concentrating or focusing kay daghan manggag ang imong thoughts na kanang sa previous nga gistorya is thoughts of death and suicide. So I experienced this one like isa tuwa na na ako diha like death, suicide, kanang kill or kanang blood, kanang bang murag movie lang peg like kauy sa life like kanang murag death note pa kunuhay. So there are people nga experience ani. So since mao man ang atong thoughts it's mga butang atong buhaton. For example ako sa death and suicide ang ako napuno ang akong brain ana. So ang akong trabaho sa eskwelahan wala ko gibuhat day. So mao to siya gigraduhan ko 2.7. Oh my goodness. For goodness sake. But then again, it's okay kay uwi pa man hapon ta. It is okay kay kanang we are strong enough to fight those demons inside us. And then don't let that defeat us gani niya. Basta lang yun kung makahuna-huna gali mo nga kanang mag suicide di halaha di mag live sa Facebook ha. Tay lagi na kusion jud akong bugan. And then crying spills kanang feeling of emptiness empty talaga ng aking life mo kanang um ano na kanang empty can nga parang nakaka-repulse yung life imong life so di ka garahan og kanang gamay lang gani nga bikil kita nimo daw kay yung ganahan nimo ikaw iday kasapot ka sa kuan connection my God di talaga kami friends ng internet dito. I'm so sorry. And ability in things you will flash out. We love shama. I know you agree with me. Then, then kapuya na ka sa mga people. Ako sa matignaw ni ko ay bahala na siya. Gamay nga lihok murag kanang bisan sa iyang pagkaon murag ma-irritate jud ka sa iyang presence ha. It's yeah, I can feel you. And then so next is worry and anxiety. So, gamay nga butang sad mawili in the situation ko walay ra lang makita diha. Kung sa ato look up the brighter side, ladies and gentlemen, once again I tell you, dili na siya ma-cope up og ingon lang nga kanang um look at the brighter side, think positive oroy, di na siya mada. So, next is loss of energy, tiredness, and fatigue. So, sa imo manggod kay mo agree ba muna ko ana kanang kung unsang isang ulag huna-huna kang kapoy mao jud na ang mahitabo kapoy jud ang imong lawas kung pili mo kanang fatigue man kuyo mao jud ang mahitabo kay kung whatever you think mausad na ang mo outcome. So ngayon kanang unsa baka nang imong gikapuyan diha for no reason, makaingon lang imong brain gani nga kapoy. O mo na siya gikapoy bisan way gibuhat. Yeah, kapoy jud na buhat. Another case sa mga people nga mga kugihan, ladies and gentlemen, kay kanang wa sila buhat gikapoy. Sila sana all kugihan na naa say uban nga kanang break kanang mo ta siya. Wala gikapoy kay magsige na lang. Unsa man nagisige Mr. Christian? Ala. Ala ha. Unsa man ang gisige? Untaon. Kanang reduce that one kay makaniwang. Makaniwang. And then unexplained aches and pains. Kahit ang kasakit sa akong kunay igchat nga may label kay na masakit ang ma-expect charot. And then kalit lang tag kanang maka-experience og unexplained aches and pains. So kanang luoy jud na ang mga tawo nga maka-experience ani no kay hindi na kahibaw ba kung asa man ang sakit. Asa man ang kanang sakit dai di ka makasulti kay wa makakasabot asa dapit ang sakit. Ni kalit lang og hilak bisan naghinuktok ra. There are times nga mahitabo na mga people outan nga tao tungod kay naaman tay dili ma-deal nga mga situations gani nga di ato kaya i-share sa uban nga tao, even the closest friend, bisan sa mama, sa papa din ato ma-share nga ang ato lang iluom. So mo na yan maginuktok ta mukalit lag na og kanang sod nga thoughts, and then hilak na dayon ta kaingon dayon umay kauwi ba ni ay pero kanang dili ta wala ta kabalo unsa nga mga challenges ang naabot ana nga tao. So we need to open up our minds. Yeah. And then next is excessive alcohol or drug use. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe nga kamo or kita nga ni-attend sa webinar, wala jud ta ani nga mga excessive alcohol or drug use. So kampante lang tayo dyan. Then, recurring thoughts of death and suicide. So, nabalik naman na siya. So, mga siya. Nihilo ko, gimingaw niya. Pero siya, wa mingawan nimo. Ya, sakit yun na ka na ma-expect ka no nga. Ka gimingaw mo ko niya. Ay na siya. I hope sad. Ka expect sad ka nga siya kagingaw nimo. Pero pag confront nimo kay, hala, wala di ay ka nang sakit na expect. Yeah. Pero, anak na na lang situation nga di na masakit lo yung symptoms of bipolar both depression and mania symptoms of hypomanic and manic episodes include energy or elated rason na taasad kayo man energy dili ba rush or movement ka-rest day ka nagkataas sa energy that na extremely so yeah, next is sorry for that again. Risk-taking behavior. So, dili din ta ang buhaton pero char risk-taking behavior. For example, kinsa man tang ingon ganina nga kanang sig chat bisag way label. Oh my goodness, it is at risk. Char, kanang i-chat nimo si crush bisag kay baw ka nga wala siya feelings nimo. Ouch. Kanang unsa pa man bisag kay baw na ka nga kanang na siya lain pero pagsiksikan na ngayong sarili. Oh my goodness, sabihin ko sa inyo hindi maganda yan. So, it is risk-taking behaviors. And then such as spending too much money. For example, bisag tigom kag kwarta, but again, you have this risk-taking behavior. So, yeah, you spend too much. Like, bisag way, dili nimo kinahanglan, kay paliton jud nimo kay, wala lang. I like that one. Murag dili, when driving recklessly ho. kanang mga uban sad no nga taking back kay syempre prone to kanang accidents at tungod sa race ala sige padayon tungod kay nindot og kuan kanang nindot og pamati hala drive feeling nimo okay na kay imong drivean na makadisturbo ra ba sa mga balay or sa mga tawo nga malabyan spending too much money hala kanang Lazada og ang Shopee ladies and gentlemen ha add to cart lang may gani si crush ako add to cart ay charot and then unusual increase in activity or trying to do too many things at once. So kanang grabe na jud no I salute murag makaingon tang sana all oy pero at the same time it is not okay kay hala si Liminho gid ang nintal sa Lazada hala uno kay ambassador man siya with pero pag ibigay na yan kay Catherine charot naunhan naman ni Catherine ano mo nang kanang facts charot lang and then since one of the symptoms kay increase in activity for example ano sa uno nga kanang usa ka butang lisod kay nato tiwason pero palit ra hala ulit kataas sa energy hala it may be a symptom of bipolar disorder and we have these racing thoughts nag-imo mga hunahuna na unsa na imong hunahuna da bisan sa na lang I add to heart di ay kanang globe blackpink ko unsa pa nang inyong mga gipang mention diha and then insomnia or trouble have sleeping so mo to gyapon siya ang insomnia sad no kay kanang unsa man to because of daghan nga thoughts because of coffee kay nagtuon or kanang asway na mo kanang tungod kay magtuon mo inom mo og kanang kubra energy drink oh my goodness so it can also kanang sa tawag ni trigger no and then trouble of sleeping samot na unay sige tag hunang haloy episode 2 ang sunod na sa ani kanang may kanang makaingon kanu nga kanang Lord usa na lang pero gusto pa man jud sa another episode so hangtod nga na habit nimo so naana di imong mata trouble na imong pag sleep so, nagkape pero wa ka pasara sa exam oh I feel you kanang grabe mong effort ba sige pangapi ka para di makatulog effort kay ka sa pagtuon pero ang imong world kay yeah nagsunod mo then feeling jumpy or an edge for no apparent reason murag halang kang patumay ka nang bisag hadlok unta di ba namin jud tawo nga mga afraid of heights kay nay mga phobia but then mo kala feeling jumpy ka nang gusto jud mo moambag dito pinaka with no marag imo lang brain mo diktar nimo and then kanu sa mga activities pero may mag-GBO ng mga may aircon and then nag-memorize pero wala familiar lagi ni siya ang option kay color or kanang fruit di mabuan ano skills hay imbis hili ka magluto uy murag kape magluto na may karinderya ng amparo palit na lang kay kusog sa barkada ba't talaga ni kalat lang kakapoy maging friends ay pili nimo ang plastic na mga friends ko ang mag-uni mo friends nga makikimay mo dahil kung ano sila ako nang inahanglan nila wala sila drama ng ang drama ng buhay anak maara na malangit siya anak lang gid ang life and then people you so yeah you crave sugary food such as chocolate. So, kung atong friends nga Mo to siya na mga symptoms and then mo crave pag yun tag chocolates. Quiz is ang exam. Hala I know nga makarelate jud mo sa quiz is guys like kanang 10 seconds ra ang imong time. Unya so na siya so naka-experience ba tanan sa quiz is quiz is lang ni Ma'am Chim ng malakas. Katanang nga panahon ka ng sakit sa di mong ulo. Then you don't care about others. Ayun ka, kiber. I have myself nga akong i-entertain anong mag samok-samok if no nga thoughts nga kanang they don't even care for us so ano mag-care pa man ta nila, right? And then you need more sleep and take naps during the day murag sa buntag kanang hingatulgon kay ka but then sa gabi kay magwakwak na sa ta. You feel me? Because I feel you. And then, what are the things nga makatrigger sa kanang mood disorder? First, stress from major life events. Ma-stress ta kay sa man sa mga major changes sa atong life both positive and negative. Kung usahay positive wala na overwhelm na sabta, negative palabi og kaguol. So maka-trigger na siya and then lack of sleep kay again, very common nga tungod sa k-drama, tungod sa activities, tungod sa unsa pa na kalingawan diha, lack of sleep and erratic schedules, caffeine and alcohol, kay mao to siya, habit lang gud. Coffee is life. And then seasonal changes such as mo tang pag-change sa panahon, wala maka-stress, kumbugnaw, magyaw-yaw ta kumbugnaw kayo, kung init sad, magyaw-yaw na sad, grabe. Medications, ato stop. So, makatrigger na sad na, balik na sad ta sa uno. And then, thyroid problems, substance abuse. And then, here comes the financial difficulties. Kay, kung nga, nandiyo yatay kwarta, murag wala na sad tayo umoy, murag wala na tayo gana ilihok-lihok, kay wa may kwarta. Bisad bingon ta nga, kwarta ra man na may lahi. Pero, kanang mura man jud sa karon nga panahon jud yung wala kay kwarta kay kanang murag wala sad kay kuan murag na kay feeling mo ka wala bay bili na ko and then arguments with your loved ones and problems at school or work so makisige ng tag-away sa atong loved ones ka nga kanang kanang labon ta nimo siya pero lagot jud kasi ang kalami sa paon so maka-trigger dyan siya nga mag-away na lang mo and then it triggers mood disorders. Mo ka bitan importante kanang ano ka anong aling mo na online class kinahanglan pang load na way kwarta o naguol na sad kay wa ka attend sa klase na hagbong pagbong agad. And then how to cope these things? First kay control stress. Ladies and gentlemen, kung feel nato na stress tay control jud na siya So again, control stress. You need to fight that demon and then keep a regular schedule kay para madili na to ma-entertain gani ang kanang depression, di na to ma-entertain ang unsang kagul diha. So you need to keep a regular schedule and then practice healthy and sleep habits. So being overtired can trigger mania in some bipolar people. Then relax before bed by listening to soothing music, reading, or taking a warm bath. So you need to take a bath or kanang half bath lang good. And then reading, dili ingon. Wala ha guys ha, basi magbasa mo Wattpad diha before sleeping, bro. Basig wala iba na yan. And then get moving. So study whatever kanang possibly nga buhaton do it kay makatabang sa kanang pag-uli nga both subject right. And then avoid caffeine, alcohol, and drugs. So, di ta palabis kape. Mahalag kape is life, pero di intan magpalabi. And then, the alcohol and drugs, of course, you need to kanang avoid those ones. And next is write it down. So, do the journal thing. I know, kanang pang elementary, pero kanang makatabang man sa siya. So, you need to write it down. Then, mga major events, imong life, you need to take that down to take note of that, and then kanang at the end of time or wow nani day ako experience na una kanang then next is psychotherapy or talk therapy. So you need that one o dili na medyo makaya, so you need to consult the doctor that is expert to this kind of situation. So here again, happiness, as I've said yesterday, happiness can be found even in darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. So, kung feel na to, ang atong sugat tikapaw na, i-on jud na siya balik. So, tikapaw naman, add fuel, and then, yeah, you need to keep your light shining. So, this is an idea or a saying from Albus Dumbledore from the movie Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. That's it, and thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for a straight to the point talk. A pleasure is in us. Once more, thank you. Of pop acoustic music, the loveless but yet the goddess. Let's help me welcome Miss Kathleen Claire Paga Fernandez. A round of applause, please. Pak.
Heaven against with all against friends. And I think that you think of me. You're on your own now, and I'm alone and free. I know that I should get on with my life, but a life lived without you can never be right. As long as the stars shine down from the heavens, long as the rivers run to the sea, I'll never get over getting over me. I try to smell so my first one show. Tell everyone everybody. I was glad to see you go, the tears just won't go away. Loneliness found me, that's like a tear to stay. I know that I ought to find someone new, but all I found is myself, always thinking of you. As long as the star shines out from the heaven, long as the rivers run to the seas, I'll never get over you, getting over me. Oh, no matter what I do, it's just a lifetime to live true. I can't go on like this. I need your touch. You're the only one I've ever loved. And as long as the star shines out from the heaven, long as the rivers run to the sea, I'll never get over you, get over me. I'll never get over you, get over, never get over you, you, getting over
Salamat sa pagitik sa mong kasing-kasing. Wow, what a mythical performance. Thank you and love you, Miss Fernandez. So as said, questions make our senses fix. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second part of our program, the Open Forum. So, no kanang may ask anyone to raise relevant questions. And please, kung dili madasa yung internet, you can just um, uh, chat in our chat box here in Zoom, and let me be the one to read it. Yeah, butang isad og asa i-address ang question. So we have now our first um we have our first question from um Miss Marin Simoneth Sumayang. This question is addressed to Miss Latonio. Is there any possibility that a person can create another personality because she or he have anxiety or depression? Again,
Hello,
the
yes.
question is, okay, Miss Latunio, Madam
So
Latunio, you can
yes,
go now.
yes, there is a possibility that a person who is suffering from depression or anxiety disorder can develop personality disorders because personality disorders might develop as a way of coping with a troubling situation or unreasonable stress. So for example, if ang tao kay abused or neglected as a child, he or she might develop a personality disorder as a way of coping with the pain, fear, and anxiety that exists in his or her surroundings. So, definitely, yes.
Okay, thank you, Madam Latunio. I hope
You're
for
welcome.
okay. Another question from Miss Jessamine Conjurado. This question is addressed to Miss Mariel Castro. Can my laziness makes others stress? Just want to know. So,
Hello? Yeah.
Madam
So,
Castro,
unsa to?
yeah. Okay, you can go now, ma'am.
Yes. instead of can my laziness makes others stress. So yeah, kay kung once
Yes.
magtinapol ta ang people nga nag-surround na to kay murag ma-stress sad sila kay unsa man ni si kuno tapulana man jud nya. For example, sa atong pag-eskwela, for example, ang parents, they are very concerned with us kay syempre ang education, moro dya ila ikabili na to. So if ever nagtinapulan kasi imong activities, ma-stress imong parents kasi sige apuran ni mga buhatan na ni ang imong activities wala ka nagbuhat. So ma-stress sila. Even friends, like for example, maingon dayon kasi imong friends nga kanang unsa man nga trabahoon ka ha, magtinapulan ka. So ang imong friends sad nga concern nimo, ma-stress sad na sila kay of course, they're concerned kung what is good for you. But then again, kung lazy ka, so there are possibilities nga madto ka sa kaalautan gani. So of course, the people that surrounds you wants the best for you. So your laziness can be a cause sa ilahang stress. So that's it. Yeah, thank you.
So, salamat, Madam Castro, for a very concise answer. So, another question is addressed to Miss Mayor. We have it from Miss Anna Mary Docto. So, are drugs or therapy better than mental health condition?
Okay,
Madam Mayor?
batera.
Yes, Madam.
Okay, so are drugs or therapy better for mental health conditions? So different people will find that different treatments help to manage their mental health. So whether this is medication or alternatives such as talking therapies, exercise, or a mixture. While antidepressants can be effective for some, they are not the solution for everyone and are not generally recommended as a first line treatment for mild to moderate depression. So that's all.
Okay, thank you, Madam. Wow, it's so very clear. And do we have another questions? Okay, I think um there's no question. Okay, I think we have another question from Miss Ramirez. What if na kay depression or anxiety tapos wala kay enough budget to consult any professional or therapist? May good ko mo-consult sa imong parents kay basin mapabigat ra ka and also to your friends maikot ta kay they have their own problems. Oh, okay, anyone in the speaker? Can you please speak up,
Hello?
madams?
Hello.
Okay. Yes,
Um,
madam.
I think
Madam Latonia.
no, yeah. So mao jud nay problema no, sometimes mo na mo hold back nato nga dili na lang ta mo consult or mo istorya sa lain nga nag-suffer ta from depression or anxiety disorder kay because anang fear nato sa judgment or fear nato sa mga financial capacity nato no, but I think best jud siya nga mo consult jud tag professional kay it's not just a light problem baya, it concerns our mental health and it needs medication jud siya. So dapat kung unsa man nato na feel there or naitay mga kaila dapat kay ato pud ipa-feel nila nga kanang dili sila judged and they are still our friends or dili nato sila i-discriminate bantog kana sila anang sakita kay wala man sa tingori tawo nga kanang gigusto na nga inana ang ilahang makuan. So it's better nga ato jung i-fight pod ang atong uwaw or ang atong oo nila or ato jung ikuan ba nga dili ta mahadlok sa mga judgment sa mga tao. Thank you.
Okay, thank you kayo, Madam Latonio. So, I hope everything had been clarified and I think there's no more question. So, now is the time for the word of gratitude of the ever strong, healthy, fit, pretty, industrious, and the unkabogable elite mayor. Million clap to Madame Lilith Olo Chavez. A round of applause once again.
Okay. Okay, go. Maingod to no. Kaya ting paniod to naman jud ron. So, before anything else, I would like to thank our instructor, Ma'am Laila Hobrero, for giving us a chance to experience this webinar. I know this kind of event is quite challenging, knowing that we have low internet connection and others. Nga daghang kay mga kakulian no sa ato ang connection, but still we managed to surpass all of those struggles and keep fighting. So laban lang jud ta, no. And also, I just would like to extend my gratitude behind the success of this event. Thank you to all speakers, to Ms. Agelia Latonio, Carla Jane Mayor, and Mariel Castro for giving us a wonderful lesson and taught us to value our mental health, which is very important in our whole being. To our host, super ka kuan, bibo, energetic, gorgeous sa pag-lead sa program. Thank you, Christian J. Montemayor. Two different teams. First, the planning team headed by Miss Merlin Donaire. Thank you for planning this event. May pagka-organize jud. Sa marketing team headed by Miss Cherise Borja and Harold Martinez. Thank you for creating the slogan and logo creatively. So ninot gi siya pagkabuhat. And Miss Sheena May Ramirez and Stephen Mark Martinez. Thank you sa pag-prepare sa mga certificate o sa program. Sa ato sang technical team, silang hard work no nga lisod jud kayo pero sila jud nagkuan sa ato ang screen diri nag-record. Salamat ninyo day. And also to other supportive teams, sorry if I can't mention you all, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all your hard works and support to make preparation and other stuff for this event. And to all participants, thank you so much for lending your time and make this webinar successful. I know that none of us can do this alone, but together we can win. Thank you and God bless us all.
Okay, thank you, Madam, for a pleasant message and appreciation. May I request Madam Merlin Donaire for the closing prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we come to the end of our time together in this webinar, we thank you for what has been accomplished here today. May the matters discussed will help us to become mentally and physically fit and also emotionally fit. Shower us your divine guidance so that we would decide wisely and properly. May you send your Holy Spirit so that we would have no fear in meeting the challenges that our everyday lives entail. Make us ready for tomorrow and we defer to you. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Madam Donaire. So, actually, this is a certificate of recognition to our speakers, to our participants, and to our organizers, Gmail. So, as you can see in the screen, that are your certificates. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you to our speakers once again, and to the organizers. So, mental health is not a destination, but a process, and it's about how you drive, not where you're going. A quote from healthyplace.com. This has been the ever gorgeous personality around the universe, the world renowned superstar, and the ever blissful, wonderful, and amazing hostess, better than Steve Harvey. I am Chris Montemayor, the most in demand masters of ceremony in the whole world. Have a beautiful day ahead, everyone. Keep safe and goodbye for now.
Mo og leave kay mag-picture pa. I-on sa inyo mga cam, guys. Mag-picture sa ta. For kuan. For documentation.
Sige, okay na. Salamat.
Ka-stress ba?